body, meaning they divide and separate you, but it did not kill your soul, which is your wisdom. Because I'm the one that can take away the wisdom. I'm the one that makes you blind. I'm the one that makes you deaf. Well, you're not able to understand the scriptures. So don't fear the one that's going to separate you. Fear me. So that's what that means. So you got to understand what body means according to scripture. Body is not one individual. It's many members coming together as one body, being one in the mind of God and in the spirit of God, doing the will
Okay.
of the Father.
Okay. So that scripture that clearly
First
says,
Corinthians 12 and 12.
okay, that scripture that you are saying that Jesus says, don't fear him that can only kill the body. So you're
I
saying,
said First Corinthians 12 and 12 was gonna give you the answer of what body is. So you'll know exactly what he's talking about. So you
uh,
will
uh,
know that it has nothing to do with one individual, which would be fleshly.
uh okay, okay. Well, I had nothing else
Did
to
you
say
read
about that.
it? Was you able to read it?
No, I mean, I just wanted to hear what was your thinking on it. That's all.
Now
That,
let's just hear what God say. Let's hear what God, because
No, no, no.
I don't
Hey,
mean
hey,
nothing. I'm nobody. I don't got no wisdom other than
listen,
the Bible that give
listen.
me wisdom. I'm nobody.
hey, listen. I'm through with that. I mean, next. Let me
Hold
go to the
on, let's
next
go to
subject.
85 real quick. Hold on,
Wait,
sir.
wait,
Let's go to
wait, wait, wait,
85.
wait, wait. Stop for a second. Do y'all realize that what y'all just displayed is why there are different denominations?
Absolutely, you're
See,
absolutely correct.
this
I
is
mean,
this
Go
is
ahead.
why because both of y'all are taking the exact same scriptures, and then you're taking competing scriptures to
No, no,
justify
no.
your point. No, you
You
really
just
are.
went to the meaning of the word.
No, right.
And I
And
didn't
and
like
here's
that.
the
I
rub
didn't
of it.
assume anything.
The rub of it is that both of you think that you are right. Like
I
you will
don't think
walk.
that I'm right. The scriptures say what the scriptures say. So if
Right.
you go to First Corinthians 12 and 12, and the body means many members, it means exactly what it is.
But
I
young
didn't make
lady,
nothing up. So I don't speak
sister,
my own words. I don't
sister,
I'm the one that pulls scripture.
sister. Well, not necessarily because I use scripture as well.
I'm not
And
talking to you. I'm talking about a brother.
but understand that just for a second, just try to understand the fact that I don't know where you got your teachings from. I don't know how you grew up or who taught you or
Did
what
I
church you
teach
go to or
anything, or did the
anything like
word
that.
say what it said?
Right. And you are saying what the word says. It says what it says, and that's what it means to you. In all
No, that's what
honesty,
it means. But that's what God said. That's what's wrong with y'all, because
no,
y'all
you're
interpret the Bible the
you're
way
not
y'all want to
you're
interpret
not
it,
you're not
because
listening.
y'all
You're
are
not you're not
doctrinated.
you're not listening. You're not listening. Everybody, I don't care who you are, everybody has interpreted the Bible to mean what it means to them, and
So that means
they
you're wrong as well. So if
then they.
we're wrong, that means you're wrong.
I actually didn't say that you were wrong. I'm saying
But you
that
said everybody's interpreting their own way. That means everybody wrong, because there's only one truth.
but that's the thing. The nobody would even be able to come to an agreement of
How
that
if
truth.
how is
Be,
that if there's a chosen people of God that are gonna teach people in the last days? So you would have to discredit them.
who can they teach? But
They're
those that
supposed to be
agree
a
with,
light unto the Gentiles,
ma'am,
those
ma'am,
that did not know
ma'am,
God.
ma'am, ma'am. Unlike the other guy, I will let you speak, but let me speak. Okay,
Go ahead.
that's how we have that's how we have conversations.
I'm being respectful. I'm just answering the question. But go ahead.
Well, but you cut me off before I even
I'm
finished the
sorry. I
statement. So
apologize.
you can't really answer the full question until I finish the statement.
I'm being humble. I'm apologizing.
Okay, well, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Got. I'm sorry, that cute little girl just throwing me off right there.
I'm
Uh,
sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. You're good. But this is one of the things is that everybody always believe that what they are speaking on as far as the wisdom of God is the true and only true correct understanding of God, because everybody believes that their perspective of it is the true is that they're standing on the perspective of what God said, and that anybody else who interprets it any differently is incorrect, and that they're just abiding by what God said and not and they have no bias or input of their own. And it's
Right.
virtually impossible for anybody to not have a bias or input of their own. I do my best to not have a landing point when I study something, but even I have a landing point that I would desire. I'm just more willing to accept that I can be wrong than most people are. But this is why there are multiple denominations, because there was a disagreement. Should you fully submerge, or can you just sprinkle? And
Okay.
that's how you got Baptists, because they believe in the full submersion. And then after that, more and more teachings started to diverge from the other teachings. And then generation after generation will stand on that, as that is the true understanding of God.
Okay.
And for me, it is nobody in our finite mind can ever have a full, true understanding of an infinite mind, right? Like the ant can never fully understand the human, but
Right.
because the ant is even less finite than the humans are. So
Right.
I don't claim that I know it all, but I do stand on what I can understand and what I can decipher. So
Right.
like in the thing about Adam,
Wait,
I
can I make a
also
statement before you go to
go ahead.
something else?
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
So you said you speaking on different religions, denominations, and everything like that. So when they killed Christ, he literally told you like, "While I'm here, you know what I'm saying, get this word because this is light, and when I die, darkness is coming." So when Christ died, there was no more wisdom of God on the earth. So therefore, our brethren that were in sin, that was ruling upon at that particular time, were wicked, and they created different doctrines, which is called idolatry. So when you're partaking in these doctrines, all you're going to get is confusion, because it is not Christ. It is not true. So if Christ walked this earth and he is the one that had the spiritual knowledge, you are only free through wisdom is by learning through Christ. If you go outside of Christ, you are getting confusion. You're going to be in different doctrines, different understandings, what they consider what is righteous and what is not righteous. So therefore, yes. So in the end, it tells you in Bible, the 144,000 the elect, which are the chosen of God, that are from God, will have the wisdom. So you can't look for everybody to be correct if there's only 144,000 that are considered the elect to be a light unto the Gentiles. So of
How do
course,
you
yes, it's going to be confusion and everybody's going to be off because they are in sin.
know that the King James version of the Bible is the true understanding of Christ's teaching?
So you read the Bible and then you discredit it.
Wait a minute. Sorry, hold on. My phone is ringing. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
So I said you deal with the Bible, but then you discredit it. You say, how do you know that it's even?
Right.
Why would
I
you
am
even ask that? Why would you
because
ask that if you believe in the word?
well, that's the thing. I don't believe that the Bible is the true understanding and word
Oh,
of the
okay.
all.
Okay, thank you for letting me know your spirit. I
Yeah.
see what type of lie this is. This is a Gentile lie, so I'm gonna bounce out because I know I ain't gonna get nowhere. But thank you for even hearing the word come out anyway.
But
But y'all have a
let
good
me.
day.
All right. But on their thing about Adam and Eve, there is one thing that I think many people don't realize, and that's because like she used the verse, "Study to show yourself approved." Many people take that as to only study the Bible, and that's study to them, not realizing that the two different parts in Genesis that she quoted, which would be Genesis 1 and Genesis 2, or Genesis 1 and Genesis 5, were written by two different authors at two different time frames. The first, it was done during the time frame of Hezekiah. The second time was during the time frame of Josiah. During the time frame of Hezekiah, it is believed that it was written by the priesthood. And during the time of Josiah, it was believed that it was written by the Elohist, which is why you get two different creation stories. This is why on the sixth day, he created man and woman and told them to be fruitful, multiply, and replenish the earth. But then in the second chapter, it is talking about two individual beings that are being created. Now, if you go further back and you look at the Sumerian story, even though I glossed over it really quickly, it can lead to an understanding of what she was saying about how man came into a knowing of itself and knowledge and wisdom. Because in the first 15 creations that Enlil, Enki, and Harsag and Anu created, it talks about that the differences between those types of man. You had versions of man that did not have true consciousness and could not understand how to do anything. Didn't understand how to work, how to eat, how to